Looking for an anime where the main character is overpowered but hides his power? Look no further, your search ends here. Usually an overpowered character is flashy and may display their immense strength or skill in the open. However, there are many overpowered characters, who do not want to show their powers, and prefer to stay low-ranked. So welcome back to Animeology, and today we will show you the top 10 anime, where the main character is low-ranked but is actually overpowered. Before we begin, be sure to drop a like and subscribe down below for more anime top 10s, and without further ado, let's get right into the video. Number 10. Goblin Slayer. Aside from the fact that the show Goblin Slayer also matches the main character's name, Goblin Slayer himself is truly a beast of a main character. Not only does the goblin-eccentric killing machine just focus on the task at hand, but he does so while never showing any sign of weakness. While the mask on Goblin Slayer's face does not make one wonder if he is grimacing during the tougher moments, it equally gives him the absolute perfect level of mysteriousness. No wonder why several of the main girls in Goblin Slayer love the dude so much. We love Goblin Slayer ourselves, and just because he's just so darn strong. The anime focuses on the overpowered main character together with the priestess, high elf, dwarf and lizard man. The armored warrior will not rest until every single goblin in the Frontierlands has been eradicated for good. A cautionary warning when watching Goblin Slayer is that it isn't for the faint of heart at times. There are some truly dark moments with rape, sodomy and sexual assault that are sewn into the narrative. If you watched the series on Crunchyroll, you probably saw the warning of adult-like content that wouldn't be suitable to all ages, and that wasn't a warning to skip over. Up next at number 9. Assassination Classroom. When a mysterious creature chops the moon down to a permanent crescent, the students of Class 3E find themselves confronted with an enormous task. Assassinate the creature responsible for the disaster, before Earth suffers a similar fate. However, the monster dubbed Koro-sensei, the indestructible teacher, is able to fly at speeds of up to Mach 20, which he demonstrates freely, leaving any attempt to subdue him in his extraterrestrial dust. Furthermore, the misfits of 3E soon find that the strange tentacled beast is more than just indomitable. He's the best teacher that they ever had, adapted from the humorous hit manga by Yusei Matsui. Assassination Classroom tells the story of these junior high pupils as they polish their assassination skills and grow in order to stand strong against the oppressive school system, their own life problems, and one day, killing the overpowered Koro-sensei. Number 8. Noragami. Noragami is a show that focuses on the overpowered main character Yato, who is a minor deity and a self-proclaimed delivery god, who dreams of having millions of worshippers. Without a single shrine dedicated to his name, however, his goals are far from being realized to build his shrine and become the most popular god. He scrawls his cell number on the wall of a downtown bathroom, along with his cell number. He writes a message which states that whoever calls this cell number will have his wish fulfilled for a 5 yen offering, making him a self-styled delivery god. After saving Hiyori, the daughter of a respectable family, who was almost killed in a traffic accident, Yato is chased by Hiyori as she becomes a Hanyo, or a human who can quickly lose his or her soul, and they both begin to start working together as Yato promises Hiyori to heal her back. He also finds a boy named Yukine, who becomes a sacred treasure or an entity that can be utilized by gods. The three begin their battle against you, who are harmful to human beings, and gods are supposed to take them down. Number 7. Chrome-shelled Regios. In a post-apocalyptic world that consists of beasts, humans live in large mobile cities, aka Regios, and learn to use special weapons. This anime highlights the overpowered main character Lafon Alciev, who is hoping to hide both his identity and superpower, and live a new and normal life at the Academy of Zulni. Levon is considered to be one of the strongest characters in the series. He's deemed worthy of the title Heaven's Blade at the very young age of 10. He displays skills including the ability to move at high speeds, a tremendous amount of strength, and the ability to create illusionary tricks. He also has the ability to break down Kai, a power source, only by observing it flow. However, his past has caught the attention of Carrion Loss, the manipulative student council president, as well as Nina Antok, a military arts student and captain of the 17th Military Arts Platoon, who instantly recognizes his abilities and decides that he's the perfect candidate to join her group. Moving on to number 6, we have Trigun. Trigun is an anime series that follows the adventures of the overpowered main character Vash the Stampede, a man with a $60 billion double-dollar bounty on his head. The reason he's a merciless villain who lays waste to all that oppose him, also flattens entire cities for fun, garnering him the title of the Humanoid Typhoon. He leaves the trail of death and destruction wherever he goes, and anyone can count themselves dead if they so much as make eye contact, or so the rumors say. In actuality, Vash is a huge softie who claims to have never taken a life, and avoids violence at all cost. With his crazy donut obsession and buffoonish attitude in tow, Vash traverses the wasteland of the planet Gunsmoke. All the while followed by two insurance agents, Meryl Streif and Millie Thompson, who attempt to minimize his impact on the public. But soon their misadventures evolve into life or death situations, so as a group of legendary assassins is summoned to bring about suffering to the trio, Vash's agonizing past will be unraveled and his morality and principles pushed to the breaking point. Number 5. Deadman Wonderland. This story starts with our main protagonist Igarashi Gonta living a simple and happy life with his friends, but everything changes when his entire class is slaughtered by a man covered in blood. Well, this is a generic start, in my opinion, nothing special. The main character is living a happy generic life, but something happens destroying his entire life. He's the lone survivor of the massacre, and because of that he is considered the culprit. One thing he didn't notice is that the actual culprit planted a crystal shard inside of him, making his life even worse. He is the main character after all. Of course he needs some sort of superpower so he can't die. Gansa is sentenced to death at the biggest prison in Japan, built on the ground zero of a huge earthquake that took place 11 years prior. Now, Gansa must overcome greed, betrayal, murder, combat, and a lot of blood in order to survive. Up next at number 4, Classroom of the Elite. Here we have a school psychological anime. The story is Kudo Ukusai Senior High School as a utopia. The students enjoy an unparalleled amount of freedom and it's ranked highly in Japan. However, the reality is less than ideal. 4 classes A through D are ranked in order of merit, and only the top classes receive favorable treatment. Kiyotaka Ayanouji is the student of Class D, where the school dumps its worst. There, he meets the unsociable Sutsuna Horikita, who believes she was placed in Class D by mistake and desires to climb all the way to Class A. And the seemingly amicable class idol, Kyukyu Kishida, whose aim is to make as many friends as possible. While class membership as permanent class rankings are not, students in lower-ranked classes can rise in rankings if they score better than those in the top ones. Additionally, in Class D, there are no bars on what methods can be used to get ahead. In this cutthroat school, can they prevail against the odds and reach the top? Number 3. Bungo Stray Dogs. The main protagonist of this anime is Atsushi Nakajima, who thinks he's a useless good-for-nothing. For that reason he doesn't think highly of himself, and he's not optimistic either. Although when the moment comes, Atsushi will do whatever is necessary to protect the ones around him. He's also very insecure but kind at the same time. The story begins with Atsushi Nakajima, an orphan that got kicked from an orphanage a while ago. Since then he's been roaming from place to place. Now he has no food or place to stay. He then meets 2 strange individuals, the suicidal Datesai and the idealist, Kanukita. They tell him that they are a part of the armed detective agency. A group of individuals with powers or gifts, which are all as weird as the 2 men who were just introduced. Their job consists of investigating, protecting the city and helping people, including the police. Now he must work with them, in some cases learn the ropes and get to know his new teammates. All while avoiding or fighting the port mafia. Up next at number 2. The Disastrous Life of Seiki K. To the average person, psychic abilities might seem like a blessing for Kusa Seiki. However, this couldn't be further from the truth. Gifted with a wide assortment of supernatural abilities ranging from telepathy to X-ray vision, he finds this so-called blessing to be nothing but a curse, as all the inconveniences his powers cause constantly pile up. All Kuso aims for is an ordinary hassle-free life. A life where ignorance is bliss. Unfortunately, the life of a psychic is far from quiet. Though Kuso tries to stay out of the spotlight by keeping his powers a secret from his classmates, he ends up inadvertently attracting the attention of many odd characters, such as the empty-headed Riki Nendo, and the delusional Shin Kaido. Forced to deal with the craziness of the people around him, Kuso comes to learn that the ordinary life he has been striving for is a lot more difficult to achieve than expected. And finally at number 1. One Punch Man. One Punch Man is the perfect anime to watch if you like overpowered badass and cold main characters. Well, the seemingly ordinary and unimpressive Saitama has a rather unique hobby, being a superhero. In order to pursue his dream, he trained relentlessly for 3 years and lost his hair in the process. Now Saitama is incredibly powerful, so much so that no enemy is able to defeat him in battle. In fact, all it takes to defeat evildoers is just one punch, and it's led to be sort of a problem. So he's no longer able to enjoy the thrill of battling and has become a little bored. This all changes with the arrival of Genos, a 19-year-old cyborg, who wishes to be Saitama's disciple after seeing what he's capable of. Genos proposes that the two join the Hero Association, in order to become certified heroes that will be recognized for their positive contributions to society. And Saitama, shocked that no one knows who he is, quickly agrees. Saitama is a very interesting character. You'll never know what he's going to do next or when he's going to punch the opponent. One Punch Man is one of the funniest and most entertaining anime series I've ever watched in my life.